There we go. I shall cast my evil over the darkness, for the darkness fears the light of the Green Lantern. I probably just screwed that whole entire oath up. But anyway, guys, what is up? I'm holding the camera as steady as I can, but I thought that you would actually see my face this time, and I was going to do this last night, but then I thought, no, I was kind of feeling sluggish and tired. I saw Green Lantern yesterday, and I can honestly say, for the most part, I'm with Mount Vernon Kid on this. I think it was entertaining. It definitely entertained me. There was stuff that they took liberty with, but there was also stuff that did justice to Green Lantern, in my opinion. So it was a very happy medium, and I enjoyed it for what it was. There was a couple of issues, definitely one issue, and I agree with Deadpoolzilla on this, is that I felt that they should have done the Sinestro stuff and saved that for like the third movie or towards the end of the second film. Like it was just thrown in there for fan service with no explanation or very little screen time. Hector Hammond was very much over the top, but at the same time, being over the top is not always a bad thing. I think it was a really very eerie and creepy Hector Hammond. Blake Lively was not as annoying as Carol Ferris as I thought she was going to be. Ryan Reynolds actually, he did okay. He was a pretty decent Hal Jordan. I feel that they tried to lump all the other Human Lanterns into his character, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. And a lot of people said that, oh, the other Lanterns have no character, they were just background stuff. Well, of course, that's fan service. You'll see like Mugpie and what was it? It was like Mugpie, Boudica, the Alpha Lanterns. All the characters that we know from the Green Lantern Corps itself were there. And so to me, in my personal opinion, I think that was awesome, seeing the Corps. And seeing that seeing Oa itself, while it's not like Asgard, and Thor, it was still very visually beautiful. And I think a lot of the actors like Michael Clarke Duncan and Gregory Rush, I think that they were fantastic for their characters. Just basically bottom line, this movie was everything that I thought it would be, and more. Now, I went in with the... Let me explain something to you. I went in with the expectation that it was not going to be like Thor, that it was just going to be a very campy Batman and Robin-esque type movie. Very cheesy, very campy, playing it up for the kids. And it went beyond my expectations. It succeeded in giving us a different take on Green Lantern, but one that, as I said, in my opinion, kind of does a little bit of justice to the comic, but not by much. There's a couple of nods and winks in there. The whole deal with Parallax, I can see how that would easily be explained to a casual audience, but at the same time, Parallax is meant to just be an entity of fear. There's no explanation, no backstory necessary. He's just there. That's just his whole point of his character. He's just there. And what else was there to touch upon? The constructs, I don't need to say anything about the constructs that haven't already been said, so moving on from that. Though it was pretty cool to see the constructs and seeing all the other CG related stuff. The final fight with Parallax, a lot of people didn't like it. I actually thought that the final fight was fairly decent for a live action Green Lantern film. I don't think that there's any way that Hal could really defeat Parallax other than the way that they kind of did it. But I very much went into this film with a low expectation, but I ended up leaving the theater with a very good feeling. So, in my personal opinion, 2 out of 3 of the summer blockbuster movies that I'm looking forward to have succeeded my expectations, or at least come close to it. So far, 2 out of 3. Captain America. If Captain America succeeds, then it's going to be a straight home run for this summer, at least for me. I don't know how everybody else feels, but for me it'll be like a slam dunk on the movies, this summer for the superhero stuff. I'm not really going to go and see Transformers. Not because of Ziploc Gory's review, but I didn't have a good feeling about it. Just period. I just don't have a really good feeling about it, and I didn't even add it to the list because I didn't even honestly know that it was going to be coming out. But I don't really think I want to see it anyway, just because. But beyond that, Green Lantern did its job. It entertained me. It gave me faith that we'll see Wonder Woman, The Flash, and all the other characters. So hopefully DC will try to keep the ball running if they can.